It is now another day of doing a challenge. And today, we're finishing it because I really want to be done. I mean, really, I just want to, out of here. I feel like I need more stamina drink. Running a little bit low. Can I buy them here? Do you sell them? Can I buy some item? Oh, you don't. How lame. I can at least restock on my other junk here, at least. If I restock on my other junk, I mean sell the junk in my inventory. Clearly the same thing. Anyway, we're just gonna try and like get one loadout and then just finish the game. We're just going all the way to the end as much as we can. We're loading up and we're gone. Just go all the way right to the final boss. That's where we're stopping today. It's final boss. The other side of the final boss, that is. Anyway, so we're gonna quickly pop into Queens. And once we've popped into Queens, said hi to whatever her name is. I honestly don't remember. Susie. And then we obtain some more stamina drinks. I have enough repair powders, right? Yeah, 22 should be fine. Like, that should cover me pretty well. Okay, let's go. We continue our journey. Hopefully we finish it today. So I really want to get to Metroid Dread, and like I have a lot of other games I want to play during October. Like I'm gonna try and knock out Metroid Dread pretty quick too. Why am I fighting a bat with Toan? That's just silly. Why am I fighting with Toan at all? Ruby is just better. She does more damage and is ranged. Oh, well that's unfortunate. It's fine though. The enemies on this floor aren't actually threatening, so it's fine. Alright. Not only are the enemies on this floor not actually threatening, I also don't have to fight them anymore. So, extra good. It's really weird to be already this close to finishing this English hard, talking hard. It's really weird to already be this close to finishing this challenge. I definitely thought it was going to take me more than a week. And I guess it really is just that I underestimated how good my luck would be, I just wasn't prepared to keep finding good weapons and chests. Like, it didn't occur to me that that would happen. I now have a spare goddess's ring because why not? But yeah, like, I found an amazing weapon for Ruby really early, and I forgot that Zhao got double impact for free. That definitely is going to contribute to making this section faster than it would have been otherwise. Normally, this section would have been completely possible, but the limited floor for Zhao would have been really obnoxious. Instead, it's going to be easy and not something to worry about at all, because while double impact isn't amazing, I'm going to be dealing more than 1 damage, and that's all I really need to be. Because that means that stamina potions can carry me through. Also, yeah, my decision to switch to using stamina potions definitely affected how fast I got through this challenge. If I wasn't using stamina potions, this challenge would have taken at least twice as long. Probably more. Because, like, stamina potions don't just increase your damage output, right? They make it so you can just ignore attacks. And that should not be underestimated. The ability to shrug off and ignore most attacks by the enemies is pretty good. And it definitely heavily contributed to being able to do this game so easily. There's something like 20 floors. I don't actually remember the exact amount, and I'm not going to count it again, but something around 20. Like 20 to 22, somewhere. Also doesn't really matter, right? Knowing how many floors there are will not make me clear them faster. And it's not really going to change much. I will probably head back into town and restock right around floor 20 to get, like, you know, the stuff I need for the final boss fight. You know, the little things. Easy. Easy game. Easy life. I just realized this one's better. Yeah. If you're wondering why this one is better, it's because it has slightly more weapon HP, because it didn't lose its weapon HP to walking over a random thing. And that makes it better. Also, as usual, I waited until 8 minutes in to do an audio check. Audio's working pretty well. Okay, we're good. We are all good. Okay, sometimes I wonder if I should, like, because, like, I could, like, listen to Spotify and stuff like that while doing this, but I'm always, like, really paranoid that I'm going to somehow, like, not properly manage my sound, and then it's gonna be audible, and then I'll get in trouble. So I just don't, right? I just don't. Like, could I? Yes. Will I ever? Probably not. Because there's too much of a chance that I mess up the audio. And, like, I already occasionally accidentally mess up the audio. And part of the reason is because, if I had an... Oh my gosh, Billy, stop guarding. Huh, I did not know Billy's could self-destruct. Didn't come up, when I had a good enough weapon that they just got removed from existence in one hit. Okay. Now we just gotta go grab the other stuff over there, and then we're good. Do. The nice thing is that we can effectively ignore all of the memories until we get to the end, because they don't matter. Even when we get to the end, they don't matter. That's what I believe anyway. Anyway, I'm trying to remember to like project more when I talk because it makes my audio cleaner if my mic doesn't have to work so hard. You know what I mean? It just makes the audio a bit cleaner if I do it like that. But we'll see how much I succeed in that particular endeavor. Why am I playing? That is just the wrong thing to be doing. I haven't seen much gameplay of Metroid Dread. I popped into some friend streams occasionally, but like I'm doing my best to stay blind overall. Like, you know, popped in long enough to be like, ooh, does it look good? It does. Okay, stay blind. So I've been avoiding any talk about it, so hopefully it's not like actually a bad game and people are, you know, complaining about how terrible it is and I'm just out here unaware, rushing to get to it only to be disappointed. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's at least a solid Metroid entry. If it is bad, what I'll do is I'll play Metroid Fusion instead, because that is a good Metroid game. I don't even have to change my element for that. That's just what I'm already using. Awesome. Going this way. I don't want to have to do more switching. It's really interesting how easy it is to like, or how much, I guess the best way to put this is like, it's really easy to not realize how much the way that you're like sitting affects the way that you talk. And what I mean by that is like when I'm like, my current computer chair is super comfortable, but because of the way it is with my desk, also I'm gonna adjust the height of my desk. There's one height that's more, I have a standing desk, so I have an adjustable standing desk, so when it's I can keep it at one height when I'm using my keyboard most of the time, because it's the height that's most comfortable for me there. But like, it's definitely not the most comfortable to play games at. But so what I was saying is like the way that I'm sitting affects the way that I talk so much, like way more than you would think it would. And that's something that I just find super interesting, because like when you think about it logically, it kind of makes sense because of the way that you're sitting affects like your breathing at all. Then it's going to affect the way that you talk and the way that's more comfortable to talk. Like it's hard for me to project when I'm sitting back here. Like I can still do it like I am right now, but it's hard for me to get into that like bright projecting entertainer voice when I'm sitting like this. Whereas when I'm sitting like this, where I'm like right now I'm leaning forward, that voice comes out like naturally. Like, you know, sitting up here like this is natural for me to project more and to talk more loudly and more clearly. And I just think that's interesting, and I would love to know how much of that is learned and how much of that is a consequence of just physics, or of a consequence of just physics and biology. because I think it's super interesting. There's a lot of there's so many interesting things. Oh boy, another steel slingshot. Yay. If you're wondering why I'm not just downing stamina potions, I'm trying to save them for later in the dungeon, and I will need them more. Okay, run past the rest of these living armors. Because while using a stamina potion would speed me up right now, I am making good time, and if I don't need to use them, then I don't need to leave the dungeon to get ready for the boss fight. I still will duck out of the dungeon for like a second to save, but like I won't need to actually go out and do a whole bunch of shopping. That's annoying. Oh well. It's generally fine. Being cursed is completely fine with me. I don't really care. Okay, so another interesting thing is this voice became a lot like I was used to talking in this voice when I was streaming like every day, and when I was in that transition period from when I did YouTube to when I did streaming, I was used to talking like, right, to projecting my voice more strongly because it does sound better, right, or at least I think so. It also is because I project the kind of entertainer I like watching. I don't like the way my voice sounds or the kind of entertainer I like watching, so one day I may devolve into more of that, like, relaxed and down here style, because I think it suits my voice better overall, but like, I grew up watching streamers and YouTubers who are very bright and active and energetic, and that's the kind of content I still watch. So it's the kind of content that I'm going to gravitate towards making, even if I don't think my voice is particularly suited for it. Because it's the kind of content I like, and that's just... I have a lot of feather. Maybe have too many feather. I may have gone excessive with the purchasing of feathers, I'm realizing. I really wish Goro wasn't the person I kept picking up amazing weapons for. Like, Last Judgment is easily the best weapon I have, but it's on Goro, and he's so slow. Like, he's so slow, and you have to be so much more deliberate in using him, and I just don't like using Goro all that much. So it's such a bummer that Goro's the one that I got the nice weapons for. I am really happy that I got a nice weapon for Ruby, though. I just wish I also had like a nice, like if I was gonna get a nice one for a melee, I'd prefer to get a really nice weapon for like Ungaga or Toan, because they're faster. That being said, Toan and Ungaga do both get pretty nice base weapons, but like so does Goro. And by base weapons I don't mean their actual default weapons, I mean the weapons that they can obtain just by playing the game. They're reward weapons like the battle axe and stuff like that. They get pretty good weapons in that category. At the very least, I would certainly consider second, have to actually think. I know, it's very hard. And no, I was not prepared to actually have to use my brain today. Why would I be? Look in the corner. Brain cells use 0. Why would I have prepared to use my brain today? I still haven't really decided on my format and stuff like that. I want to be doing more unique things as a streamer, but like, I don't know. I don't know, I'm still trying to find the style that suits me. And that I like listening to, because when I edit stuff, I have to go back through my own footage. That's so much easier when I'm making Let's Play content that I would actually consider watching. Like, that makes it so much easier to want to go back through my own stuff if it's at least content that I like. Still don't like my own voice though, but that's a pretty common problem. You know, the only real way to fix that is to listen to recordings of yourself frequently and remind yourself that just because it doesn't sound the way it sounds when you talk, just because it doesn't sound to everyone else the way it sounds when you talk doesn't mean that it's bad. You know? What you can do is hold on to that fact. Off we go. Easy. At least the enemies on this floor are not particularly challenging. Enemies in this dungeon in general are not particularly challenging. I still stand by that. I think this game's difficulty peaks in the third dungeon. Like, the third dungeon is the hardest point in this game. It's before you have Oswald, so if you're letting yourself use Oswald after that, the game is way easy. Like, you upgrade Oswald's weaponry and then it's an easy game. And I think that's the main reason why I think the third dungeon's the hardest, because once you have, like, third boss, the Queen, definitely the hardest. That's not an argument. If you try and argue that, you're just wrong. Like, she is the hardest boss in the game, except maybe the Black Knight. But the Black Knight's hard to have a reference point for, because the only time, like, the only real way to fight the Black Knight is to be so roided out that, you know, you're using weapons that are already maxed out by the time you fight the Black Knight, just because in order to get through the dungeon to the Black Knight, you kind of have to be, right? Somewhere out there, there's an insane person who decided that they would, without upgrading weapons and with only default weapons, beat the Black Knight. And good for them. Good for them. I'm never doing that. I'm never considering it. I do need to think of some, like, good Metroid challenges. Completely unrelated. My brain just does that sometimes. Yeah, so completely unrelated thought. I really need to think of some good Metroid challenges, because I'd really like to run Metroid challenges. I love the Metroid games. Metroid Fusion remains one of my favorite games. I think it's kind of funny, because the only Castlevania game I've played is Castlevania 1. But I love Metroidvania. I've played so many Metroidvanias, but the only Castlevania game I've played is 1. That's it. I think I started 2 once, maybe. But yeah, I think that's funny. Metroidvania is, like, easily, like, Metroidvania is easily one of my favorite game genres. But I've only played Metroid and other Metroidvanias, but never Castlevania. I've never played any Castlevania game that actually, like, was a Metroidvania, right? Because, like, Castlevania 1 and even 2 don't really have most of the trappings of Metroidvanias, right? Like, that came later in the series, when they included all of those things in the games. Haha, heart, get wrecked. Playing ranged in this game is just so easy. Like, the only real challenge is the size of the enemy's health bar. Ow. No, thank you. Yeah, I forget where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I really like Metroidvanias. So I really want to think of some good challenges that like fit with my brand and what I would want to do for Metroid games. But like, most of the challenges for Metroid games are things like, bag's full apparently. How'd that happen? Picking up too much junk. Gonna guard that. There we go. I also can't let my bag be full for a bunch of reasons, actually. That's actually kind of bad. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna down some stamina potions to solve my bag full problem. Next enemy I run into is gonna have a bad time, that's for sure. Because I actually can't have my bag being full. That is an actual real problem. I have to be able to pick up the key for the level. No? Gosh darn it. Don't need money anymore at this point. I've got more than enough money to sustain me to the end of the game. Honestly, I'm not sure I need to open regular chests at all. Oh, no, I still do, because I need keys to doors, and I can't know where those are in advance. So for that reason, I still have to open doors. But other than that, I don't really need to open doors, and I'm gonna stop opening chests. Oh, talking is hard. But anyway, like most Metroid challenges are cool, but kind of, you know, they're minimalist challenges usually. Because that's what the games lend themselves to, right? Like, how few upgrades can you beat the game with? And I don't find that interesting. Same with pacifist challenges of like how few enemies can you kill. Like, I think that stuff's interesting to watch. Like when Game Champ 3000 did one recently, I watched it. I thought it was interesting to watch someone else do it, but it's not the kind of challenge I would like doing myself. So I haven't thought of a good challenge yet. Maybe I will one day. Who knows? But it hasn't happened yet. At the very least. So hopefully one day soon I will have a good idea for a Metroid challenge. Maybe while playing Metroid Dread, I'll think of a good idea for that game. Easy. No, that's an idea. Oh gosh, that's a terrifying idea depending on the game. I'm running through in my head what Metroid games would be impossible in. So the idea, while I run through what games would be impossible in, would be brain no worky. The idea would be beat the game without picking up things dropped by enemy. And the reason that that's impossible in some games is in some games power-ups are dropped by enemies. Like in Fusion, that is how you get most important power-ups is you absorb them from a boss, and that's under this rule set, you're straight up not allowed to do that. So, you know, have to think about like what Metroid games is it even possible to beat the game in without this, because I don't want to do a bunch of glitch shenanigans in a Metroid game, because I don't find any of the glitches very fun, which means that you have to play a Metroid game in which it's possible to refill on missiles without picking up enemy drops, because, you know, you have to, like, you have to be able to actually do things like that. And I'm not going to be semantic and say, oh, that's not an enemy it dropped. No, drops are drops. They're drops. If it is a drop, I wouldn't be allowed to pick it up. Obviously in Metroid games where you can do a pacifist run, this is possible, right? Because in order to do a largely, like, in order to do a minimalist challenge of minimal enemies you kill, you have to not need missiles. In the original Metroid, this is accomplished by not going through doors properly and other glitches. If you want more information, go look up a minimalist run of Metroid. But in other games, that's handled in different ways. I think all the primes are out too, because they have bosses that drop things. I think at the end of the day, I'm not sure there is a Metroid game where this would really be possible. I doubt it's going to be possible in Dread, because, well, I haven't played Dread yet. Parasite X is the very reason why it's not possible in Fusion, and Dread is another game with Parasite X in it. So, you know, it's not super likely to be possible in Dread for that reason. Okay, run this way. Yeah, just, oh no, there are two other enemies in here. Never mind, it's worth drinking a stamina potion. I was gonna say, just one of these isn't worth a stamina potion. We also got some other enemies, so it is worth a stamina potion. Okay, open this. Oh, cool, I have to get hate it. Oh, hey, Dran's feather broke and disappeared. Good, that means we're down another Dran's feather. Awesome. Do. Easy. The only real challenge ahead of me in this run at this point is the series of limited floors, because I'm gonna have to use Osmond and Zhao there, and neither of them has like a particularly good weapon. But on the other hand, it still won't be anything to really worry about. Like, it won't be that bad, is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, sure, it'll, you know, take them a minute to clear it, but I'm really not too worried. I'll just fill them full of stamina potion and send them off to combat. They'll be fine, probably. Let's see, what other thoughts did I have about that Metroid challenge? Yeah, I got nothing. I just cracked my back quite nicely. Was great. I don't recommend needing to crack your back to anyone, but like, I've had bad posture for most of my life, so, you know, it's too late for me. I did not mean to drink that, but I guess I'm accidentally cleansing curse. If you don't know, when a stamina potion wears off in Dark Cloud, it takes all status debuffs with it. Nifty, but also pointless. You know? Like, it doesn't really matter, but it's a thing that happens, so that's nice. Okay. To the next floor. That is a Goro door. That is not a log game. That is definitely not a log. Like, very distinctly not a log. Really, really not a log. Whee! Easy peasy. I didn't expect it to survive that last hit. Wasn't ready for that. I expected it to be dead already. Also, why are the back of these cards invincible? That doesn't really make sense. What are these cards made of that one side of them is invincible practically and the other is just normal? Pretty sure that's not standard for magical cards. Like, I may not be someone who's super familiar with magical cards, but that doesn't seem normal. Also, I didn't even notice, but is this a limited floor? Is my thirst going down faster than normal? Oh, it definitely is. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention. Like, I was just like, why is Ruby's thirst so low already? Like, just sitting there confused looking at it like, why am I out of, why do I need the water? I don't know, maybe it's because you're on a limited floor. That's, you know, first and all. Poor Zhao. Just, Osmond's just better Zhao. Like, that's just it. That's the whole description of Osmond. It's like, but imagine Zhao, but better. Which, to be fair, kind of makes sense. After all, he's able to fly instead of just being good at jumping. You know what? No, we're not putting up with goo. That's not something we're putting up with. No siree. Well, he's able to fly instead of being good at jumping. He's got guns instead of a slingshot. Like, Zhao never stood a chance. Like, I still like Zhao, but there's no argument to be made that Osmond's not just Zhao, but significantly better. In every way. Like, Zhao can't do anything, comparatively. That is a comparison Zhao will lose every time. And it's not Zhao's fault that Zhao is going to lose that. Game designer's fault for making someone who's just better than her in every way. Like, There's no version of this game where Zhao is like, there's no version of this game where those two characters can have their properties that they do. Like, there's no way to tinker with the numbers without making one of them terrible compared to the other one, without making one of them objectively worse than the other one. Because either Osmond's so bad that he's not worth using, or there's no point to using Zhao because Osmond's just better than him. They're too similar, and Osmond's properties are better than Zhao's. We've made it up to floor 10 already, and it's been less than an hour, so you know, we are making good progress. We are getting really lucky with those claw cans. Do 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 do. Okay, open these. Black-robed man, huh? I will say, I think it's really annoying that they force you to watch all the memories twice. Or rather, that they force you to watch all the memories at the end, all the way through again. Like, I get why they might choose to do that, you know, to remind people of them and stuff like that. It doesn't change the fact that they're essentially penalizing people who did the Giorama early. Like, I don't know. There's no reason to be like that. You don't gotta make me watch all the scenes twice. They're not short either. Like, let me skip them the second time. I don't need the refresher. Like, you're just sitting there like, I still remember from the first time. Stop now. Are all of these floors limited and making me thirst faster? Because it certainly seems that way. I'm just saying, my thirst is going down really fast here too. And I haven't been paying attention to the limited floor descriptions at the front of each level, but like, how many floors are limited? Exactly. Boy, got a map. Oh, that's a map. Sad date. No water on this floor either. Extra sad. Much sadness. Oh my gosh. I just thought of what would be the most frustrating Metroid challenge ever, but it's on brand. It actually would make sense as a joke. I might do it. It's you can't jump and shoot at the same time. That's the challenge. You make the tagline, so-and-so's too dumb to jump and shoot at the same time, and so am I. If you want to make it even worse, you make it like no moving and shooting. If you want to really make it just painful. That being said, I think it'd be a really funny challenge. It would be really hard to enforce no accidental movement though. I think you would need some kind of like mod or controller mod, like something. You would need something to enforce it because it'd be so hard to do on your own. Like even like completely like unintentionally moving and shooting at the same time would be so easy. It'd be so hard to do without accidentally moving and shooting at the same time at some point. I do think it'd be fun though. Like, it would be a ton of fun if you could get some kind of controller set up for it. It would be so fun. But you would need some kind of special setup for it. Like, you can't. You would not be able to just do that. Like, that would absolutely require a setup. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, there it is. Do. I think it does that when my weapon inventory fills up. Yeah, it does. Because for the record, I didn't open the menu. Just to be clear, that was not. I did not press any buttons that caused that menu to open. That was the game. I only navigated the menu once it was open, but the game opened it for me. I think that's why. Just because I think it's probably supposed to take you directly to your weapon inventory and show you that it's full or something. I don't know. But that's the second time it's happened, and the other time it happened was when Toan's weapon inventory got full. But before I had to empty space in my inventory. I don't know why I bothered opening that and getting them. Like, I knew that was what was in there. Whatever. Oh, hey, my trans feather broke. Replace it, I guess. At least I'm going through trans feathers. Which is good, because I have way too many of them right now. Way too many. Okay, off we go on another wonderful journey through time. These are so fun. Can't you feel the fun in the air? There's a love. Could be either. Gosh darn it, another floor where I get thirsty faster. Like, they're really just out here going, you are thirsty, and like, come on. You can stop with the thirst traps. I get it. Look, I took a drink. Are you happy, game? You happy? Did I satisfy you? Was that good enough? Oh, I did. Hello. Didn't mean to have Osmond drink that. Oh well, it's fine. Wonder when we'll get to. I forget which set of floors it is that's the. English hard. I forget which set of floors it is that's the limited floors where you have to, you know, cycle through using each of them. Also, it's nice that on a floor where you get thirsty quicker, there's a nice central pool in it, you know? That's really nice. The random floor generator did me good today. Okay. Should be done with this to be done with this challenge relatively shortly. Relatively shortly being like in an hour and a half or so. Yeah. Do. Okay. There's floor 12 completed. On to the next floor. Okay. I just realized I'm running from enemies, but I shouldn't be. Don't have the... Like, I just started this one. I have the thing. I should be removing these enemies from existence with extreme pressure. Ow. That did 96 through stamina? What? At least I got clock hands. That's nice. But still, that did 96 through stamina. What? Excuse me? Have to use an item. Hey, Ruby, eat some cheese. I replaced cheese in my inventory with a poison apple. I'm not sure this was a good plan. Discard my random items and open the chest again, because I need that pitch dark key. Get anywhere I want to be. It looks like I actually didn't really need it today, but you know, you never know. I still don't know where the exit is, but I'm gonna go back over here and get the, you know, the last item I actually need to get, because then I can just, you know, run around searching for the exit. I feel like Toan's gonna... Okay, no, it's fine. I didn't get hit. I mean, I would never get hit. Why would anyone think I was gonna get hit? That's so silly. Thinking I'm going to get hit is just saying that you don't believe in me. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get hit, huh? We're going to make a quick stop at this water pool down here. Like so. But I suppose I could use all the water that's in my inventory, but instead of going out of my way to get a pool, but you know, whatever. On to the next floor. And keep in mind that all these floors are going a little bit slower because I have to actually collect things on them. Once I get to the just limited floors, I can just run through. Not a care in the world. Right? I have to kill things again. Can't just ignore them. Not allowed. Like, I've still got plenty of repair powder too. Like, we're still pretty set. Dark Fire removed from existence. Move Blizzard from existence. check if that's... No. There we go. There it is. Okay, once again, we are now, after fighting 1 to 3 enemies, we are able to just go through the floor. When I make this into a video, that's definitely going to be a theme, is this challenge could be really hard, or you could be lucky. Like, the challenge could be hard, or you could just get absurdly lucky. Like, the vast majority of these floors I've gotten the clock hand really, really fast. I've gotten immensely lucky with what weapons I've obtained. Like, just remember that, like, I went multiple dungeons without getting a single weapon drop that wasn't a bone rapier. Like, if that luck had continued into the rest of the game, I would be taking a lot longer to clear, because the best weapons I would have would be for the best weapon I would have overall would be for Ungaga. And the only ranged weapon that I would have at all that's even usable is the weapons you can buy for Osmond. Like, that would be it. And to remind you what the weapons you can buy for Osmond look like, that's what they look like. 54 damage a hit with a stamina potion active. So a large part of my commentary on this challenge will be get lucky, nerd. Like, have decent luck, or prepare to just kill things with minimal damage. Anyway, to the next floor. We still aren't to the limited floors yet. Okay, also, I just realized, once again, I started running past enemies because I keep getting the clock hands so early that running past enemies just feels like the natural thing to do right now. I'm like, if that doesn't say how lucky I've been getting, like, if that doesn't express it, I don't know what would. The fact that I'm habitually running past all the enemies instead of fighting them. I do not feel like fighting living armor the fair way. It just doesn't sound like a fun time. Okay, now we open this up, and it's a great time. Okay, beat up the lit out. Well, it's annoying that I got poisoned, but it's kind of good that I didn't actually, because stamina is broken in this game. And I don't mean that in like the it's overpowered kind of way. I mean, no, it's actually just broken. Like, it doesn't work right. It prevents you from getting status effects for like no reason really. But it sure does work that way, despite not having any real reason to. Ow. We're just gonna switch over to Toan. There we go. But yeah, I have to say that I actually have found this challenge to be a lot of fun. It's given me a lot more motivation to actually do the Dark Cloud 2 version of the challenge, even though I know that version's going to be much grindier, because this was fun to do. And so I think that one will probably be fun too, even if it means that I have to try as I wait to get lucky. That run will be much, ironically, will be just as luck-based as this run, and grinding. Hopefully my luck will be good though, and so it won't be obvious how much I have to rely on luck. Because like, I say that this is a luck-based run, but it doesn't really feel like it, right? Because my luck was good without me having to grind it all. Like, I didn't have to redo floors to get lucky, it just happened. Because my luck was amazing, it's not apparent how luck-reliant this run actually is. Do. Easy. Okay. Okay, let's go over here. Yep, that's what I meant to do. Meant to stand on that platform and get empowered by it. Definitely didn't accidentally step on it and just get lucky. Like, I didn't even mean to take that gamble. I just did. Like, at least when I mean to take the gamble, it feels a little more deserved. When I just accidentally take the gamble, that doesn't feel very, very deserved at all. Ow. I am really looking forward to the Dark Cloud 2 run for another reason too. How embarrassing would it be if I didn't have stand-in powder when that happened? I still don't know what happens if you try to go to a floor that's limited to only one character, but it's a character who's not, you know, playable at the current time, you know? If someone's near death and they need medical attention, what happens if I go to a floor where they're the only ones allowed? They come back with 1 health? Does it just not let me? Like, I'm gonna test that out sometime. Probably not today, but ow. Phone's fine. Anyway, hey buddy. You having a little trouble there, buddy? You having a little trouble? Having a bad day? Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah, you do. You deserve to have a bad Imagine someone comes up to you and is like, yeah, I'm just having a bad day, man. And you're just like, and you deserve it. Like, you just say it super cheerfully. That'd be really funny, but so mean. Hey, Alexander. Time to take some damage. Ow. It's really unfortunate I got poisoned. But, you know, it's so unfortunate that I think I'll just not get poisoned. Also, so I'm pretty sure that what happens with stamina potions is like, so, when you hit an enemy while you're under the effects of stamina, it doubles the damage, right? Pretty simple. Like, it's a pretty simple effect. It just doubles the damage. It's not super complicated, it just does it. Right? Like, easy game, easy life. Really not too much to think about there. At least there shouldn't be. Wait, I got frozen through stamina? And it cleansed stamina? Glitches are more dangerous than I thought. Because most freeze effects in this game do not go through stamina. And I definitely don't think I'd been using that stamina potion long enough for it to wear off. So I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, so what I was saying is, crap, what was I saying? I don't know. I lost it. It's gone. If only I had a chat who could tell me what I was just talking about, because I legitimately don't remember. I know I wasn't done with my thought. I do not remember what I was talking about. So, oh well. Hopefully I will think about it again in the future, and you'll get to hear me finish that thought at some point, sometime, somewhere. May never happen. Oh, right, I was talking about defense and how stamina works within this game and why that's busted. So when you hit an enemy who has stamina, it halves your damage. If you have stamina, it doubles your damage, right? Like that makes sense. That's clearly the intended way for all those pieces to work, and you can tell from the way I'm setting this up that something about it doesn't quite work right when you get hit. Because it doesn't, because when you have stamina, you do not take half damage. As I'm sure you've noticed, when I get hit, sometimes I take 0 damage. Easy. Sometimes when I get hit, I will take 0 damage. And there's a good reason for that, I think. From a programmer's perspective, there's effectively 2 possibilities there. One is that it's just truly a random bug caused by the game not looking at the correct values. I don't think that's super likely, but I haven't done the math on what I'm about to propose, so I'm not certain. The other option is that what it's doing is doubling your defense when you drink a stamina potion. And because of the way damage works in this game, that definitely changes your damage output in unintended ways. Got the thing for this floor, right? I did not. Silly. For some reason I thought I had. Just confirming that I, did in fact have key items sorted to the top. I win. I'm the best. There's the claw cans I need. We are on floor 16 out of 20 something. Still don't know how many floors there are. Still not gonna bother to check. I know roughly how many there are, and really that's all I need to know. Right? I have so many of the amulets now. They just keep dropping. At least they're all worth good money. Onward to the next floor. Are we finally in the limited floors? No? Jeez, I thought we were by now. The limited floors must start from like the next. Oh, it was still alive. I definitely thought it was dead. I definitely looked at its health bar and went, "That's empty, right? That looks empty to me." It definitely strikes me as an empty health bar. when you walk around a corner and there's just a black dragon standing there. Like, hey buddy. How's it going? How are you? You having a good day? Because if you're not, point me in the direction of whoever's making your day bad, and I will help you out, because we are friends now. I am a friend of the dragons, I swear. I feel conflicted. Turquoise. Ow. Toan's face might be a little singed, but you know, at the end of the day, or a little frostburn. But at the end of the day, he'll be fine. Okay, I now know. I don't know why it came down. I didn't need. No Chester. Nothing I needed was down there. One thing I think is funny about the magic crystal is it shows you that enemies aren't actually loaded in when you're a certain distance away from them. And what I mean by that is you can see that they're not moving on the mini-map. But there's a limit, there's a limit after which the game stops having them move around. A certain distance from you that the game stops considering them to exist at. Okay, grab this. There we go. Now we run back this way. Ignore that bat, because we don't need to fight it. We do not care. It is irrelevant. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Also, can I just say that their sorting method for the key items is not the best. Putting the treasure chest key before the other, not what I would have done personally. In key items, I would have sorted it so that way treasure chest keys were at the back of key items. Because you don't even use them from that menu. Am I really not on limited floors yet? Are there more floors than I think there are? I feel like I should be on limited floors. Or am I just misremembering and there aren't limited floors for every character? I thought there were limited floors for every character in here. Am I just crazy? Could be. I could just be insane. You know, it would not be that surprising. Honestly, like no one would be surprised if I was just insane. Do. Okay, here we go. On thirst, check. Also, I just realized I'm avoiding enemies out of habit again. And that's not a very useful habit to have when I don't have the area key yet. You know what? Or maybe I just could feel in my bones which enemy it was that had the claw cans. We're going with that. Because that sounds cooler, right? You know, that sounds cooler, so we're going to pretend it was that. The whole time. I knew exactly what was going on. Stop getting stuck on things off. Thank you. Okay. Grab this. There we go. Got a nice ruined castle. Oh boy. Grand's feather broke and disappeared. So sad. Okay, let's continue on our merry way. boy. Broken sword. Do 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 do. Well, you know, can't blame someone for trying to get Zhao a better weapon. It's important. It could happen. I believe. One of these big chests could contain a better weapon for Zhao. It's not impossible. I believe in Zhao having a better weapon in another lifetime. Probably not in this one, if we're being honest. Yeah, we're getting a little close to the deadline after which it doesn't matter anymore, so. There we go. On to floor 19. We have done 17 floors in an hour and 16 minutes, so we're doing pretty good. You could say, we're doing pretty well. Aha, here are the limited floors. I knew they existed. I knew I wasn't crazy. Yeah, double impact's pretty usable here. Like, it's not like good, but like this is pretty usable. What I'm seeing is if anyone ever complains to you about how their weapon, about how they don't want to spend all that time grinding in Dark Cloud 1 to get a decent weapon for a character, they're wrong. They don't have to do that. I'm skipping the rest of the floor, I don't care. Zhao's the only one who needed a better weapon that I could actually get out of a chest at this point, and you know, we're done. Our floor is done. It doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, okay, Goro. Goro got Last Judgment out of a chest, so like Goro is set. We do not have to worry about Goro. He is set. Like this is easy for him. Please come close enough, thank you. Do. Okay, Dark Flower. Easy. Let's... Also, I'd just like to say, got 2. Yes. Why did I get lucky enough to get 2 Last Judgments? Someone tell me. What even is that? Ridiculous. That's what it is. Do. That sure is a log there. Definitely. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's a log. The game says so. It must be true. Be a nerd. Okay. Oh, there are dragons in here? Ooh. That's kind of dangerous for my weapon. Yeah, see all that damage? I'm annoyed. That worked. Just using a healing item and taking the hits. That was a little... Freeze is such a buggy status effect in this game. It's definitely a messy status effect. It does not quite work right. But hey, we're almost done with the challenge. Easy. Wahoo! Dark flower. Or like non-existent flower. What's with all the dragons in Holland? Huh. I just learned something interesting. That last hit that comes out of the ground still counts as like a hit of the weapon in terms of losing weapon HP. I never noticed that. That's weird to me, because that's like that hit should be like a ranged hit where it's already, you know, I've already lost the weapon HP for it. One way or the other, like whether it hits shouldn't really affect it because it's not the weapon hitting anymore at that point. But whatever, you do you, game. I would really like the ow. At least I didn't get frozen, so there's that. Also, I'm not going to stamina drink. Use an anti-freeze amulet at least. I just don't think using a stamina drink is worth it on Goro since he has the, you know, best weapon. Probably should have repaired. Well, it's fine. Like, I've got plenty of auto repair powder, and let's not forget I still have a spare Last Judgment, which means I can be a little bit more reckless than I would be otherwise. Because, you know, I've got a whole spare one if something goes wrong. Easy. There we go. There it is. Okay, we'll open the chest since we're, you know, already in the room with them and all. No reason not to. Do. I knew that was the map. I don't know why I bothered opening that. Okay, we just have a couple of floors left. Couple of floors left, and then the final boss, and then we're good. Okay. Let's pop a bunch of stamina drinks up onto my bar, and then we move on to the next floor. I'm actually saving the stamina drinks for Gaga and Osmond. They're the ones who actually need them. Ruby has a goddess ring, so she's fine. Especially with the enemy set that she's gonna get. Ow. What was that weird delay on me attacking again? It was odd. I was hitting the button and the game was just like, you want to attack? Why would you want to do that? Like, just have Ruby attack, please. Oh, okay, let me switch my attribute over to ice. I'm really glad that they got rid of arbitrary door things like this that are really just here to make you switch characters. I'm glad that didn't continue to be a thing. Silly Blizzard. Ice is for kids. Something. Ow. I should probably heal. Be really embarrassing to lose. No? Like, that'd be very embarrassing. Do. Easy. I keep getting... every time I get hit, it's because I got stuck on a corner in a dumb way. Like, almost always. That is, like, at least 90% of the times that I get hit in this game is because I got stuck on a corner like an idiot. Um, like, that is why. 90% of the time, at least. If I get hit, that's why. Okay, now we go over this way. Time to die, Billy. Time to go to the graveyard. I sent some of your friends there already, don't worry. It came out a lot darker than I meant for it to, but, you know, I meant that to be... That started as more of a funny joke, and then I was like, oh, this is getting dark. I don't know where the exit is. Not over here. Not over here. Yes. Here we go. Okay, on to playing as Ungaga. Off we go. Another floor complete. Really racing through. Okay, I don't know how many stamina potions we're gonna need for this one. The answer is probably more than I would like, but that's fine. There we go. Opened it up. It really depends on what enemies we run into. If this is full of black dragons like Goros was, ooh, yeah. Like, oh, thank you. We're going to kill everything, but we're gonna go run through and kill the Alexanders are not better. Okay, so here's hoping that we get what we need swiftly, because I hate how when enemies are blocking, you'll hit them multiple times. But when they're not blocking, you can't hit enemies multiple times. It just feels unfair. Okay, so there is at least one enemy here. Oh, like fire, very good attribute to have on fighting it. Wind is about the same, so Jokers just have higher defense than I give them credit for, I guess. Doesn't really matter when I do that, but you know, they do apparently have higher defense than I give them credit for. It's gonna be a King Mimic. Yup. I don't know how I knew that, but I could just feel it in my bones. Mirage is fine. Nothing to worry about here. There we go. Anyways, as I was saying, nothing to worry about. Ungaga finishes his floor easily with flying colors. No problem. Easy game, easy life. On to the next floor, where we get to play as Osmond. Okay, I need to check. That does 17 damage. What about Jackal? Okay, yeah. Jackal is the better base weapon than Snail, that's for sure. Still gonna have to couple it with stamina potions to, you know, get this done in any kind of reasonable time frame, but you know, we're doing our best. Gonna require a key. back this way, like one does. Open the chest. Oh, hey, get the key. Cool. Oh, there's 3 enemies. It's a good use of my stamina potion then. The other nice thing about this is that it doesn't matter if these enemies guard a bit, they can't just guard the entire hit like they can with Snail. Yeah, I generally prefer the single shot weapons, but the Snail is just actually bad. Especially with that weirdly awkward delay on it hitting, if you noticed that. There's like this long period between when the animation hits the enemy and when it actually does damage to the enemy. It like holds on to the enemy for a second and then explodes. Which is not great against enemies that know how to block. Against enemies that know how to block, it's less than amazing. Stop knocking me over. Stop that, that's mean. Osmond's out here doing his best. Don't be mean to Osmond. Like, there's no need to be like that. Osmond's just out here doing what Osmond can. I'm gonna go this way first, I decided. So off we go in this direction. Ow. My face. Ow. Again. My face. But again. Just repair my weapon. I definitely need to go back and restock after this floor. I mean, I feel like I did pretty good doing 20 floors without having to go back to town. I feel like that's pretty solid, right? Like, I did good. I did pretty solidly. Might have to kill the last couple enemies without a stamina potion active. Here we go. Go this way. We open up this nice chest. We drink a stamina potion again. And we shoot the enemy. See you later, club. See you later, clubinator. There. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good. Don't gotta fight it anymore. Which is good, because my stamina potion just wore off. Had just enough stamina potions to keep this going fast. Okay, we're at an hour and a half into stream. We're definitely going to be done before 2.5 hours of combat. Okay. We just have the boss, one more floor in the boss fight, I think. It's 1 or 2. There's, either way, we're going to exit the dungeon right now and do some inventory management. Okay. Yeah, buy some items. That's what I want to do. Yeah. For sure. Do, 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 do. Okay. I do not need that many feathers. Go. Mainly because they're not keeping. Sell the extra attachments for extra money. Not that I really need it, honestly. Selling gems still hurts my soul, but you do what you gotta do. Okay, now we just need to go grab a bunch of stamina drinks and then finish this run. Okay. Get all the stamina drinks. Okay, then we save. And then we go Gallery of Time. Okay. Go. Do. Ruby. And remove this lich from existence. With extreme prejudice. I am prejudiced against liches. For the record. Mostly because as undead go, they're kind of gross. Like, you know, they are clearly worse than other undead. Definitely 100% worse than other undead. So we do not stand liches in this house. We murder liches in this house. We find liches and we remove them from existence. Okay. Go opening some more chests. And hello, lich. Would you like to be removed from existence? You would? Good. I'm glad. Now, I'm glad you feel that way, lich, because that's what's happening here. Whether you felt that way or not, you were being removed from existence. So I'm glad you're at least not opposed. Okay, I need to drink a stamina potion. Need the stamina to... Oh wait, I was gonna say the stamina to defeat the rest of my enemies, but apparently I don't need that. I thought I did. I was wrong. We're good, actually. I'm going to refill my thirst on everybody. There we go. Okay, now we gotta make sure that we pick up all of these. And I should probably look and make sure I haven't forgotten anything super important about the way the boss fight works. I don't think I have. It's probably an important thing to check. Do. Yeah, okay. I have now refreshed myself on what this boss fight will include. So let us go forward. You know, defeat the Dark Genie. Do. I just gotta make sure that I've gotten all that around. Yep, there's still one more. And there it is. Go. We are now ready to go. Okay, now we need to actually do. Lots of memories to rebuild. Really not all that many, really, but still. There's another memory complete. Do. So many things to put in. Really very many. Word. Go. Have another broken sword. That robed man. And let's go. Dark power. Do. Oh no, an assassin. This is really tedious, I have to say. Like, this is not... I would feel very bad for anyone who tried to... Must be a knife. My bad. I would feel really bad for anyone who was speedrunning this game, because this would be so obnoxious to do, because you don't have a choice. Unlike a lot of the other completions where you only have to do part of them, this is one of those that you actually have to do all of it. You don't have a choice. You have to actually do all of this in order to do this. Do I have to actually? Apparently. Well. Anyway, yeah, so Seta gets crowned. Now the king. On the day of his crowning, he meets Sophia and is smitten. She was apparently a princess of a neighboring country. Anyway, have to fight in some wars, like one does. And he makes a deal for strength. Yeah, so an imposter of Sophia attempts to murder him and Sophia dies instead. It's definitely one of those self-fulfilling things, because I'm pretty sure he's being murdered. Like, they're trying to murder him because they're afraid of his power now. And in doing so, they cause his power to go out of control. Also, I never noticed that before. That the devil has the color of the 3 Amelia and Dark Cloud 2 in it. I completely missed that. Denial is the first stage of grief. Okay, there we go. I now know the truth. You can let me through. I wonder if viewing all of those is required, or if only certain ones are required. Surely someone's tested to find out, right? Let me just say that the fact that they make you look at them and then play it again, like, just let me through. Just don't show any of them, like, I don't know. Either force me to watch them before I go through, or don't show any of them to me until I go through. Do not do both. Do not force me to watch them before and then show me all of them again. Also, I like how it looks like the localization, either the localization or the text is just slightly different on that version. Like it's a slightly different version. I think that's kind of funny. I don't remember if I commented on it the last time or not, but I think it's funny that that's the case. Anyway, we've made it back to 400 years ago. Go us. We did it. So if the story of Dark Cloud is true from the perspective of Dark Cloud 2, I wonder if the Atlamelia that you have in Dark Cloud 2, because we know that they were made by an ancient civilization, right? But the one that you have here is apparently naturally generated by the world. Or according to the game. I wonder if the ones that you're using in Dark Cloud 2 are artificial ones made based off of that one. Anyway, if only Toan had put a few more points in wisdom or intelligence. Unfortunately, as we all know, that's Toan's dump stat. Toan, maybe you should intervene at some point instead of just watching. Did it. Then we got stopped. If only we drank a stamina potion first. Also, you're telling me that this assassin has an actual chance against Seta even after we took away the element of surprise? Isn't Seta supposed to be strong enough that he won the war on his own, including destroying someone who before this was winning the war on their own? Like, what happened to all that magic power you're supposed to have, Seta? You haven't used magic at all today. Oops. Mission fail. Game over. Try again. Do 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 do. Let's see if I can get off a swing with Goro. I just have to keep hoping that fire comes through. There we go. Managed to get 170 damage. Oh yeah, there we go. Really. Darn it. I got another hit through. Wait, they're both fire. All is well. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We are destroying this man. Okay, what are your hands now? One's fired. The other is ice. Easy 170 damage. Ow. Don't really have a way to prevent that from hitting. See? See? Easy. Wonder if I could do something crazy. Not gonna try that. I just thought that I was just thinking to myself that I could probably do something really insane by having a charge attack when it comes out. But that also feels kind of risky. But I might try it. Oh. Downside, yeah, that's a little too risky for me. Not worth the ow, extra damage. Okay, change your hands. What are they now? End is one of them. Over to win. I still don't know if you even can avoid that one. If you can, I don't know how. Anyway, so Goro's gonna laugh his way through this. That attack right there. Oh, Goro, what happened? He just got hit multiple times by that attack for no apparent reason. The game was just like, get hit 3 times. I think it was twice, but still. That doesn't change the fact that for no apparent reason, Goro just took a lot of damage. Does actually, come to think of it, I assume gold is holy. No, gold's thunder. What am I thinking? We almost done here? I would like to be done here. Have I not hit you enough yet? Oh, once again. And again. Oh, wow. This one's red. Can't see the other one. Red and oh no, that's holy. Excuse me. My bad. But yeah, so like I think this might be the only section where like my theoretical hardest challenge is actually like just impossible. Simply because like I think doing this one damage at a time and having to wait for the elements to be elements you can actually hurt would just make it impossible. I don't think you could. Also, what I'm going to do is it is possible for both hands to be the same element, and I'll try the charge attack thing again if both hands ever end up being the same element. So red, well, red and, but I didn't get a good look at the one on my left because he can just do this, and there's nothing you can do to make that not damage you. That just does. It just inflicts damage on you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, I was close, it was yellow, not red. Oh, I forgot to... I switched the attribute of the other hammer, but forgot to actually switch to the other. This is again one of those times when I wish that like switching elements was easier. Okay, looks like I got rid of one of his hands, which does mean probably that he can only use the one now, presumably. Come on. Keep it coming. Not gonna do anything bad to your hand, like just going to hit it repeatedly with a hammer. Okay, yeah, I'll grant that some people would probably consider that as a bad thing to do to someone's hand. You got me there. Anyway, now I need to target head. Ow. I forgot to, you know, not get hit by that, which is an unfortunate thing to forget because I don't really want to be hit by that. Ow. Does it also do the eye thing? It does also. Yeah, having to switch into the menu to do attributes all the time is really, really... And this game would be better if I didn't have to. Okay, I can't help but notice that I'm not hitting. Like, I can't help but notice that my attempts to hit the enemy are being less than effective. We're gonna switch to Osmond and see if Osmond's continuous fire has a better... does it hit better? Yes, but it also only did like 2 damage, so probably not the better choice over. Okay, how do I avoid getting hit by that? Seriously. I would really like to know. Is there a way to avoid getting hit by that? I start drinking stamina potions just so I don't go through all my healing items. Hate how often it's just invulnerable there. Another stamina potion, so I can't get hit, or well, I still get hit by it, but I don't take damage from that attack. That's the main benefit. Okay, I think I've got him stuck in a pattern that is advantageous for me, so we're gonna keep this going for as long as the game will let. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if it actually was an attribute thing earlier, or if I was just having a hard time getting the hit to actually count as connected. I was just having a hard time getting the hit to count as connected. Okay. Because when his eye is closed, he's just invulnerable. Ow. That did 60 through, Probably don't want to be standing where I'm standing right now, but it's fine. Okay, so we're going to do that. I didn't know where that was going to be aiming, so I was being cautious by not switching to Ruby. Oop, I get knocked down. Okay, looks like he's reacting a bit faster, presumably because I've done enough damage. You know, anger him. What happened to being all powerful? All that. Where'd that energy go, King? Like, a minute ago you were all like talking about how you were unbeatable, all powerful, and now I'm just kinda... I'm hurting you enough to anger you, apparently. That means you can be killed. If you're damageable, you're killable. Okay, we're doing almost 100 with each hit, so like, we're getting there. Progress is being made. It's just slow progress, because... There we go. Okay. On to the next phase of the battle. The darkness phase, as some would call it. The part where it's doing all this nonsense. We're going to make sure that Oro has the on his weapon. Or ow. I'm not a fan of the fact that that does my entire health bar right through stamina. That's less than ideal. Yeah, just really wish the camera was a little more cooperative. What's more defense, her or Goro? They're both about as Goro, because they're both about as good for this portion of the fight. Assuming, because I'm pretty sure Goro can still smack it with his hammer. So that's all Goro needs to be able to do to be just as good at this part of the fight. Oh dang. I take that back. Goro is better for this part of the fight. My mistake. My mistake, King. I thought, you know, this thing was weaker against magic than physical attacks, so it would overall be in the same vicinity, but my mistake. I was underestimating Goro's potential damage output. Might be stuck here, but I can't really take damage, so kind of. Fine for a certain definition. Fine. Like I would just hit that just to get out of it. Like that's ow. That's the only reason I bothered to hit it there, because it was between me and actually hitting the boss. I really wish I could keep the camera more focused on Dark Genie without preventing myself from using Transfeather. And there we go. Easy. Easy game, easy life. That's how you win this challenge. You be ridiculously lucky. Sucks to suck, nerds. If this challenge is hard for you, invest more in your luck stat. Yeah. A hopeless exercise, blah blah blah. Anyway, honestly not sure how the Fairy King followed me here, but the Fairy King just kind of appears wherever I am, so. Also, so what's gonna happen when Sophia gets old and dies? You know, like, just saying. Just saying. I'm just suggesting that maybe we only delayed the problem. But you know, we did it. At least not for some time. Fairy King says, admitting that this problem is not actually solved. Who knows? Yep, we sure succeed in creating a new world. We did it. I have to wonder, is this the same kingdom that eventually gives birth to Monica? Probably not. But maybe. Could be. But probably not. In Dark Cloud, they were like, we'll introduce time travel at the end. And in Dark Cloud 2, they were like, time travel everywhere. Dark Cloud 2, they were like, why not make time travel the main mechanic of the story? Anyways, we did it. It only took a little bit over a week. And now, on Monday, we get to start Metroid Dread. So it is a good week. We are doing good. Yeah, not sure what else to say about this challenge. This is very much a luck-based challenge. If you don't get good weapons, this could be a really hard challenge. Because you have to use a ranged character there at the end of the game. You have to use a ranged character, and if the best weapon you have for a ranged character is double impact, it's gonna be rough. But you know, just roll better luck. I don't know what to tell you. But honestly, yeah, you just have better luck and you'll be fine. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Have better luck. You have good luck, it's an easy fight. All you have to do is pick up Last Judgment for Goro, and with Last Judgment base stats, you can just destroy the... I still can't believe I got 2 Last Judgments for Goro. That's a really rare weapon drop. Like, I think that's the best weapon that can drop for Goro, right? Like, I think it's the best weapon you can actually get out of a chest for Goro. I'm not sure, absolutely certain about that, but I think it is. So yeah. In other words, if you're good at video games and good at life, this is an easy challenge, which is why I succeeded with only mild trouble. But we did it. That's what really matters. We succeeded. With 0 brain cells used, ever used the upgrade, customize buttons, or attack item. Yawn, yawn. And now we're back to the present. Zhao's back as a cat for some reason. I'm not sure if Zhao being back as a cat is supposed to imply that, like, a lot of the effects of the king going to the future are gone. It's unclear. Or maybe Zhao was just like, I want to be a cat again, and can just turn back into a cat. Unclear. Get it. Well, okay. Thanks to everyone who watched the challenge. That's all for this challenge. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the support. Metroid Dread on Monday. Also, normal Tales of Graces stream tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.